this is the video about the research project review. So if you're doing RPA, you are doing the research project review. What is the review? It's externally marked, it's worth 30% of your total grade, and it is a series of reflections about the knowledge and skills you have developed, decisions you have made, and the research outcome produced. How will it be assessed? There are 4 performance standards that are used in the assessment of the review: R1, R2, and R3. R1 is the review of knowledge and skills in response to your question. R2 is discussion of the decisions made in response to challenges and or opportunities. And R3 is the reflection of the quality of the research outcome. All of this is summed up with S3, which is about your expression of your ideas, how well you wrote or talked about or shown what you have learned. Looking at that in more of the performance standards that you might be familiar with is the A grade here at the top. On the right hand side, the review, R1, R2, and R3, and S3 for synthesis. So that's what you are being assessed on for the review. So what do you have to do? First up, you need to write a written summary of your research question. It's only 150 words, but this summary is assessed separately. In addition to your 150-word summary, you need to present your review to a maximum of 1,500 words or a multimodal equivalent of 10 minutes. So it does not include your summary, that must be written, but your review is in addition to that. So it can be a written report, it can be oral, it can be multimodal, it could be a PowerPoint presentation, or some other form of showing what you have done. Insightful reviews should have a degree of originality relating directly to your research topic and experience, and convey an extensive understanding of the research topic, the research processes, and the process of review. Let's look at the summary. 150-word maximum, in addition to the 1,500-word review. A good summary provides background information for the assessors and forms part of the review. It is also important to remember that external markers that mark your review have not and will not see your outcome, so you do have to give them some context. You cannot assume that they would know anything about your topic as I do. You must therefore restate your research question, summarize the focus of your research, identify the types of research used, and describe the nature of the research outcome. What did you use? Did you create a book, or did you create a brochure? Talk about that. So the next sections are going to look at the different criteria R1, R2, and R3, which you are being assessed on. So R1 is review of knowledge and skills developed in response to your research question. What knowledge and skills did you learn? How did you develop them? It could include some of these, like you may have learned how to do note-taking, you may have learned how to annotate or to interview people or to email people. You may have also developed some practical skills if your product was about making or designing something. What knowledge have you acquired? So that's what needs to be in R1. Specifically, you need to review your knowledge and skills by discussing the information that you had initially and how this has developed over a period of time, providing examples. The next one is criteria R2. So the discussion of decisions made in response to challenges and opportunities. Now, if you have done your challenges and opportunities that CHOPS task that was required for you to submit on DAMAT, on Sector. You will have everything that you need to do this. You could pretty much cut and paste it straight into here. It could be some or all the following. It could be about the people you interviewed, the format of your interviews, which were best and why did they work, which ones were worse. Did you use a survey and was it useful? If not, why not? Did you make good use of your time or did you procrastinate and waste time? Did you spend too much time doing one part and neglecting another? Did you go off track in your question because of the information you were finding? So in that particular one, you need to talk about what decisions you made in response to your challenges and opportunities. Briefly outline the challenge and opportunity. State the decision made in response to that challenge and discuss how your decisions were influenced. And the final one, R3, reflection of the quality of the research outcome. Here you reflect on the quality of your outcome. What was your outcome? How effective was it? What were the best features of it? Would you change anything if you did it again? What value did you place on your outcome? Does it have a value to others? Explain why and who would benefit from reading your outcome. Who was your target audience and how did you cater your outcome toward them? So to achieve a good grade on this, you need to reflect on the quality of your outcome, discuss the significance of your findings and features that influence the overall value and the worth of your outcome, including the extent to which your question has been answered. Now, all of this is wrapped up in S3. It's about clear organisation and ideas, accurate and appropriate communication in written, oral, or multimodal form. So how well have you coherently and communicated ideas accurately and appropriately all the way through? To achieve that, you should use a carefully planned essay structure. Use clear and concise topics and linking sentences, and ensure that each paragraph only elaborates on the topic specified by the structure. Now, how do you communicate accurately and appropriately? Use vocabulary which is complex, sophisticated, or specific to your topic. Adopt a formal style rather than a conversational style. Normalization, replacing verbs with nouns, will help you do that. And get help with your writing. Get others to read it and offer you feedback, but still make sure it is your own work. The structure, you have to have a summary, 150 words. Do that first. And then 3 body paragraphs covering R1, R2, and R3. They can be multimodal for RPA. Use the Teal paragraph structure. It will help you. What files are on Sector? So I've got some key files I've got on Sector you need to know about. The first one is the template. You must use the template provided. There are some notes at the front, a cover page, and lots of detail about what goes into the summary, R1, R2, and R3. If you use this template, you will achieve everything that you need. The template is called rpareviewtemplate.com. It's on Sector. Other files in Sector that are useful: evaluation and review tips. This has got terminology that's useful for you, information about reliability, bias, etc. So have a look at those 2 pages. It's a double-page PDF file. There are some hints and tips in here that I have written. Evaluation and review hints and tips on Sector. timeline. So you should have your outcome completed. So you are now looking at your summary in week 6, just 150 words to get started. And then in week 7, 8, and 9, one of those R1, R2, and R3 for each week. At the end of week 9, you need to submit your whole work, and it'll be drafted as we go. Make sure that you submit your work on time, and you'll have no problem getting your work done. It will become overwhelming if you do not do your work by the timeline. So finally, any questions? If you aren't too sure about anything, please ask. The most important thing is that you do your review, commit to the timeline, make sure you do not slip on your time, otherwise it will become overwhelming very quickly. However, if you do your summary and R1, R2, and R3 week by week as per the timeline, you will find this very achievable. You need to do that, and then you have time to finish your folio to tidy that up at the end. Please make sure you check with me if you have any questions. Communicate with me. Do not delay. Do this work and do it well. Good luck.